Hey YouTube, Gordon Miller here. Okay, so I'm going to make this video about what I should make videos about. And the idea here is some of you have submitted some decent ideas on Korra, and I've been reading through those, but I don't give investment advice and I don't give career advice. I don't have, any specific advice for young people, frankly. I educated myself by reading a bunch of books and by being in business for 30 years. So, that I can't necessarily save somebody from the effort that it's going to take to do all of that. So those things aside, I did like some of the ideas about, some of the failures and things like that. The problem is that some of the failures, those people are still around. So I don't necessarily like to talk bad about people that I was partnered with. And so I don't like to do that. In terms of some of the other ideas that people have submitted, I'm looking through that. Some of the things that were clearly just sort of blatantly stupid. I may choose to post something about that, and then we can take a look at some of the ideas and what was wrong with it. And so that's possible. And then the other ones are, you asked for time management tools. I have to tell you guys, I am the worst at time management. So, and if you ever want to see whatever slip of paper you just handed me again, don't hand me a slip of paper. Everything in my life is completely digital, and I absolutely hate paper. If I do everything digitally, then my digital life is fairly well under control. But you hand me a piece of paper, 15, 20 minutes later, I've lost it. So I wouldn't worry too much about handing me a piece of paper. So in terms of the topics, what I want to do is I want to use the comments section here in this video to invite people to give me some ideas about what you'd like me to do in terms of video topics. I'm happy to put out as many videos as I can and keep the content current and relevant, and that's great. I just need to make sure that it actually has some value. Now I could go over to Vaynerchuk's channel and Ty Lopez's and rip them off. It's funny. So our toilet scrubber, it just posted a video ripping off one of mine. So I was like, you know what? I posted this thing last week, and sure enough, the toilet scrubber released the video the other day. So I tell you, man, I don't know what's up with that. So also the content that I posted the other day for V040, that file that was ranting about Korra and YouTube, that video got hidden, not by me. So it didn't get sanctioned again, which is good, thank you. But it is hidden. I'll provide the link in the description down below. That way, if somebody wants to get to the video, you can. But in terms of topic ideas, I'm interested in what kind of topic we should use. Also, Ali mentioned that it would be an interesting opportunity to have shorter videos, and I'd like to see what you all think about that. I noticed that other folks who have like literally hundreds, if not even thousands of videos, that almost half of those, 500 or so of them, are like a minute long or a minute and a half long. So it's great to say you have 1,920 videos on your channel, but when 1,000 of them are a minute and a half long, and that's not really, I think, very useful to people. All you're doing is trying to get them to click on your video, which is fine if all you're trying to do is make money. I'm not trying to make money at this. If I did, I wouldn't have gotten myself sanctioned and have them wipe out my YouTube account. Nice. So anyway, I do want to make sure that folks here link out to me on LinkedIn, and also I'm going to put together a Facebook fan page. I use my regular Facebook page for my own personal stuff, so everybody who links out to me on that is not going to get, I just delete your request. And I don't use LinkedIn to chat or discuss ideas or anything else like that. So I just don't have time to do that. I'm sorry. but I appreciate everybody reaching out. I make it a point on LinkedIn to accept every request. I don't care who you are, and so I appreciate that. The other thing is that the ideas that you submit, we'll go through the different ideas and try to do as many of them as possible. I've been looking for the right kind of topics, and so I appreciate your help. If there's something worth talking about, then we'll definitely talk about it. If not, then we won't. In terms of Korra and YouTube, the other thing that is really kind of disconcerting is the fact that recently Korra has been removing links to external sites like YouTube. They took my post down out of my blog asking people to follow me on YouTube. Why? I have no idea. I mean, here the content is complimentary, and I'm driving traffic to Korra from here, so I don't know how they can do that. Now they're starting to collapse all my answers with the ideas@g3.com email address in it. I understand that if it's spam related, where somebody's trying to get them to click on something so that somebody's making money, then great. But I'm not doing that. I'm making my way through the requests to answer questions for people. I'm about 2 to 3 weeks backlogged at this point, so I apologize for not getting through that. But this is my busiest time of the year. We have contracts that are renewing, and everything has to be done before September 29th or September 30th, and for the October 1 renewal. It only happens every 5 years, but it's happening now, and it's happening on multiple contracts. It's happening on our Health and Human Services contract, and it's happening on our Army contracts and a bunch of other stuff. So, I'm really busy. It's all you guys that are going, hey, Gordon never doesn't work for a living. He's just answering questions on Korra. Well, the last couple of months I've been working for a living and getting that stuff done to make sure we get our contracts renewed. But, we have a $10 million contract, a $7.5 million one, another one for $15 million. So all those contracts are getting renewed, and I've got $30 to $50 million at stake. So, pardon me if I have to, take a break from Korra and work for a living. I do like the fact that since my son is doing robotics on Tuesdays and Thursdays, that I get a chance to post content. I record the content Tuesday night and Thursday night, and it usually hits the channel by Wednesday and Friday. So I try to do 2 videos at least on Tuesday and 2 videos on Thursday. If anybody's got any ideas there, I appreciate it. In terms of what topics might go well together, things like that. So pairing up some topics. Let's see, what else was it? Had a few people, criticize the channel. Why are you in your car? So first of all, I get criticized for doing it all in my office, and then people saying, well, you could save time by doing it while you're driving around. Well, it's kind of dangerous to do it while I'm driving around, because I like to be able to focus on what I'm thinking and focus on, the fact that video is working properly. So I don't like to do that while I'm driving. It's pretty dangerous. It might get some good video if I hit something, but that's not the idea. So anyway, I think it's, I appreciate the input. I'm not into jazzy music or some complicated intro or something like that. But I tell you what, I will make the offer to anybody that if you want to create something to use as a lead in or something to use as a lead out or something like that, if I like it, then I'll use it, and I'll give you credit on in the actual intro. So put your name in there, and put my name in there. But if you do something that I like, I'm happy to give you credit, and that way when more people start connecting to the channel, that information will be out there for people to see. The other thing too is that we're finally getting around to redesigning the websites for G3 and G3i Ventures, and we're going to be breaking out the GordonMiller.com address out into one like Ali Oshamze has for his, and start driving traffic to that. The fact that Korra and YouTube are not letting us post stuff, if I want to rant and rave about something, it looks like those videos are going to have to be posted on my site, and that's fine. I would like for YouTube to be an accessible platform, but I think that right now we're going to have to figure out a way to get free of the tyranny. I expected it from Korra because they have this whole be nice, be respectful policy, but I didn't expect it from YouTube, and I didn't expect them to wipe out my account. So they fined me by taking all my money in my account. Give me a break. You people are with no notice on a first offense after I've been a YouTube subscriber for fucking 15 years. Forget it. That's ridiculous. I mean, there's just no excuse for that. I mean, how about a phone call? How about an email? You guys can get your shit together and go from there. Anyway, I appreciate it all, everybody. Thanks so much. We'll catch you all soon. Bye.